for Chapter 4. Wayne enjoyed all the guests, even Jocelyn, because she clung to some poor dentist who was clearly in lust with her. He was very pleased to see she had found someone to cling to. Lisa, his girlfriend, had already told him she would take a taxi to a club if Jocelyn even came near him. He wished he had not told her about Jocelyn, because she was giving her daggers, even though for once, Jocelyn was behaving. He wondered why Rod looked so agitated. He paced up and down and paid no attention to anything being said to him. He must be thinking about her, the one who made him smile. He was just wondering why she had not been invited when he saw his brother's face change to pure joy. Okay, he turned and saw a tall woman with long brown hair and bold green eyes. She looked slightly unsure of herself, but the man with her just squeezed her hand. He was a good-looking man, with the distinct look of a man who played the field. Well, so Rod is in love with a woman who is involved. He wanted to laugh. Pure, self-righteous Rod having an affair and then inviting the couple to his house. He smiled to himself. This is going to be a very interesting evening. He watched how his brother avoided touching her, and how he smiled generously at the man. Rod, you dog. So the man is your friend. He looked at her face, and she simply looked away from Rod. The man put his arm around her shoulder, and Rod laughed at something he said. She glared at her man, and Rod raised his eyebrows. Wayne looked around and noticed that Jocelyn was also watching this. She suspects but doesn't know. Good. The last thing Rod needs is Jocelyn getting sensual pleasures. 50. Involved. But Rod simply walked off, leaving them standing there. He is coming over. Wayne. Come, let me introduce you to some friends you haven't met them before. Gareth, Patricia. This is my infamous brother Wayne. He shook the man's hand and laughed with a hint of nonchalance. I am not as bad as my brother pretends. You are a friend of Ian, aren't you? He mentioned that you were on your way. I think he wanted some moral support. Pleased to meet you. Then he turned to Tricia. I am very pleased to meet you. I must be bold and say up front that you are very beautiful. Lucky man. He held out his hand to her, and she peeped at him. As she touched his hand, Wayne felt a mild vibration shoot through him. He looked at her and she looked at him, confused. She held onto his hand, and he felt her drawing his energy. She pulled her hand away suddenly and said, "Thank you. You are very kind." She stepped back away from him and smiled politely. I have heard good things about you from Rod here. I am pleased to meet you. Oh, are you? Wayne had the same raised eyebrows as his brother. Excuse me? Well, are you pleased to meet me? Good news? Tricia looked at him for a while. Of course, what a silly question. Rod, can I have drink? Rod had been watching the exchange. What is Wayne doing? Trying to hit on her? He looked at Tricia, and she seemed a little apprehensive now. Shit, that's what I need. My brother making things worse when all I need is his charm to smooth things over. Okay, come, let's see what you want. He glared at her. She followed him to the bar counter, and Rod said nothing. So are things okay at work? He was leaning on the counter now and looking at her. Yes, I suppose. Are you okay? Had a good weekend? Oh, yes. And you? Oh, fine. Thanks for coming today. What do you think of Wayne? Santa Fisher. 50. He watched her clasping her hands. I just met him, I don't know. Interesting. Are you attracted to him? She stared at Rod. He watched with relief that she unclasped her hands. Don't be silly. The fact that I climbed into bed with you at the first chance doesn't mean that I do that all the time. So back off. Your brother is not my type. You don't have to palm me off onto someone else. Her eyes were flashing, and Rod laughed. Good, because I intend keeping you for myself for a long time. Rod, you are completely crazy. Now can we please join the others? They are peeping at us in wild curiosity. He looked up. Since you have your back to them, that is one more question you are not going to answer. How do you know? No, never mind. Don't answer that. Jocelyn is coming over. Good. That will keep your mind pure for a while. And he laughed again. Joss, do you remember Patricia? Yes, of course, you are Gareth's friend. Yes, I like your work. It is very inspiring. Rod smiled knowingly as she spoke. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Now, Rod, why are you neglecting your guests? Oh, I am not. Patricia is my guest too. Yes, of course. Rod, I don't see that painting Sensual Pleasures anywhere. Did you really give to a woman? Rod laughed out. Of course. I gave it to Patricia here. In fact, you should know she was the one who called it Sensual Pleasures. She said she liked the strong, sensual strokes. Rod enjoyed the look of shocked dismay on their faces. Jocelyn was too taken aback to speak, and Tricia was too embarrassed to dare respond. So, would you like a drink, Joss, to celebrate your wonderful painting going to such a beautiful woman? Sensual Pleasures. 52. Yes, of course. I am very flattered that you think so highly of my work. I am a little surprised. I never realized that you and Rod knew each other. Well, before she could say anything, Wayne was behind her, patting Rod on his back. Why do you get to hog the beautiful women, Rod? Come on, we are starving. Let's go and eat. And I want Patricia to sit next to me. I want to know all about you. Rod glared at him, and Tricia just smiled. Gareth also came over. Can we please eat some time this year? Okay, okay. Rod smiled and walked off to the kitchen. Jocelyn quickly followed him. I had better go and help him. But Tricia knew that they were arguing in the kitchen. She tried to hear in her mind what was being said, but it was too garbled, and when she was getting better at it, she noticed that Wayne was watching her. So you are Patricia? Gareth, how do you keep such a beautiful all to yourself? Gareth smiled. I have the gift of the gab and a whole lot of luck. I see. You must share your secret with me. But he was looking at Tricia when he spoke. She just looked back at him and smiled. Okay, is it something bad? God. He was a little worried now. But she kept smiling at him. So when do you plan on going back to the States? About 2 weeks. I would like to stay longer, but Lisa is keen to get back. I suppose Lisa could just go back on her own. Really, do you think so? Yes, I suppose it is possible. But Rod had walked back in, looking a little angry and carrying a tray full of plates. Wayne went over to him and helped him. Thanks, brother. Joss is having a moment. Yes, fine. Let's do this ourselves. And the brothers served their guests. Tricia was completely turned on by the look of Rod, the perfect host, serving his guests. He looked at her while they ate and enjoyed the lust in her eyes. Yes, I like it when you look at me like that, he thought. He wished he could touch her and kiss her just once. But Wayne was discussing world events with her, as if she was the authority on everything. Senna Fisher, 53. Gareth was trying to get Jocelyn out of her sullen mood. As soon as they had eaten, Jocelyn and Ian left, pleading another engagement. Wayne smiled and Rod was relieved. He was disturbed by her accusations that he had led her on while sleeping with some other woman. She must be losing her marbles. He had always slept with other women. But, he thought, since Wayne is back, it is understandable that she might go a little crazy. She is definitely not over him. Anyway, Lisa is quite exquisite in a sullen, gothic kind of way. She said very little and seemed to be focused on her place in the universe, as she told Rod. Good for her, he thought and smiled. How Wayne imagined he could have a meaningful relationship with her was quite amazing. She was as different to him as any woman could possibly be. She did not have that quality of brilliance he liked so much in women. In fact, her eyes were dull, and she was very self-absorbed. No wonder his brother was so interested in Patricia. He watched her speak, and he noticed how comfortable she was with Wayne. He made her laugh, and he seemed enthralled by the answers she gave to his questions. She never clasped her hands once, and that really irritated him. Why does she lie to me? Jocelyn had glared at him the whole time, as if he was the worst animal on the earth. Really, she needs to get some control over herself. Why pick on me when Wayne is sitting here? He looked up and realized that Tricia was watching him. Would you like some help clearing all this up? Yes, of course. And they took some of the plates to the kitchen. When they were alone, Tricia looked at him. Thank you, this is very nice. Rod just looked at her and he went to her and kissed her. I have wanted to do that the whole night. I know, she said, and he raised his eyebrows. Oh, I mean, I also wanted you to. Later. Rod, will you come home with me tonight? Rod looked at her, surprised. He watched the lust in her green eyes, and he turned away. Let's get the rest of the stuff, okay? Fine. Suit yourself, and she walked out. Rod was getting confused. What is she up to? Is she angry now? What had he done now? Sensual pleasures. 54. When they got back to the kitchen, he took the dishes from her and placed them on the counter. Now, are you fighting with me again? What have I done this time? Nothing. But Rod stopped her as she tried to clasp her hands. Tell me, and held her hands in his. If you don't want to, there is not much I can do, is there? So you imagine somewhere in your brain that I don't want to. You didn't sound wild about it. I was surprised, that's all. Now, please relax, and we will leave when the guests are gone. Do you want to leave now? She laughed. No, you looked a little ambivalent. He looked at her, took her hands and placed them on his neck. He kissed her hard. Does that convince you? She hid her face in him and whispered yes. Wayne walked in and found them like that. I like your cleaning mission here, Rod. Now, can I just get some ashtrays? Some of us want to go smoke outside. Rod did not look away from Trisha. Fine, in there, below the sink. Smoke inside if you want to. Patricia has smoked in my bedroom, so I guess it's fine. He turned and looked at his brother. So you asked me earlier. This is she, I gathered. But can you just control yourselves while you have guests? You are being a little indiscreet. Gareth was about to come and get the ashtrays before I insisted I knew where you hide them. Rod laughed. Try and tell her that. She is fighting because I am behaving. Trisha looked at Wayne and smiled. Your brother is a little crazy, and untangled herself from Rod and left them there. Interesting. I'm amazed. I would never imagine you with someone like her. Why not? Senna Fisher. 50. Her special talents. Not your style. What are you talking about? Wayne looked at his brother. He has no clue. How is that possible? He had known immediately. You know, that combination of beauty and gentleness. You have preferred the more brazen type, I remember. Maybe that is why we fight so much. She hardly fights back. She just keeps quiet, or worse, she lies to me to get me off a topic. I am sure. Trisha walked back in, carrying other things. Talking about me, she put them down and glared at him. You see what I mean? She will just pick a fight. We were talking about her, Wayne laughed and wondered why his brother could not see her clearly. More importantly, why had she not simply told Rod? Okay, I am going to have a cigarette, and you two must at least pretend you care that the rest of us are here. When he left, Rod looked at her. Now can we just relax for a while? Okay, sorry. Shall we get dessert? She smiled and looked away from him. Are you teasing me, Patricia? Yes. What can you do about it? And walked out quickly. She went to her bag and found her cigarettes. Wayne and Gareth were standing on the balcony, smoking. She went to them and they stopped talking. I am clearly an interesting subject tonight. Trish, he was just saying how beautiful you are. Gareth looked at her and she knew he was lying. Fine, thanks. I had better have a quick puff. Rod looks like he is going to kill us for leaving him with Lisa. They don't get on with each, do they? Yes, there is no possibility of that. She is a bit far out for Rod. But he will survive. So relax and enjoy it. But Rod was not prepared to sit there with Lisa and walked over to the balcony and called her. Come, sit down and smoke inside. Would you like some coffee? Okay, yes. She followed him inside. She sat down and Lisa stared at her when Rod went out. You are one of them, aren't you? Who, Lisa? Those people with the gift. I'm not sure what you mean. I have no gift, really. I am a vet and I suppose I love animals. I can see it in your eyes when you look at Wayne. I see. Now tell me about your plans while you are here. Fine. I want to get to look around a bit. I would like to see someone who reads the tarot. Do you know anyone? No. Ask Gareth there. He might know someone. He has a lot of human patience. Lisa smiled then. Yes, you are quite an interesting person. Trisha looked up in relief when Rod came back in, bearing 2 cups of coffee. It seems we are the only ones drinking coffee. So tell me about the horses. Oh, they were fine. One was a little depressed, but we moved her out of the stables, and she seemed to perk up a bit. I hope that is all that was wrong with her. So how do we know when a horse is depressed? He was laughing now. Oh, Rod, the same as humans, of course. Now stop making fun of my patience. Fine, Lisa, do you think horses can be depressed? Of course, everything in nature has a soul. If it can be happy, then it can be sad. Senna Fisher. B7. That was a bad question. Lisa, Wayne tells me you need to go back soon. Yes, I need to be in my own space to be grounded, you know? Yes, but I wish you could stay a little longer. I like having Wayne around. He grounds me, and he smiled to himself. Trisha stared at him, and he just raised his eyebrows at her. She looked outside and wondered what interesting conversation Wayne and Gareth were having. Wayne was desperate to find out more about this couple. He looked at Gareth, trying to see if he sensed the thing between Trisha and Rod. Gareth was relaxed, and he doubted that he had any idea. But he really wanted to know about her. So how do you cope with Trisha? Oh, fine. She is quite a gentle person most of the time. I mean, with her ability. Doesn't she always know when you do things, like look at another woman? Gareth was silent for a while. He looked away. I am sorry, but I felt it when she touched me, and she knows something about me. Will she tell me? No, I doubt it. Oh, can't you persuade her for me? You know, bedroom talk? Gareth laughed. I wish we are friends, not lovers. I would have sworn the two of you were a couple. Yes, we have been friends forever, so I guess we forget what others think. So you know all her secrets? Gareth laughed. Yes, but now you sound just like your brother. He also wants to know all her secrets. Wayne smiled. Okay, so this playboy is telling me to back off. But he needed to speak to her alone. He needed to know what she had seen. He knew she had seen something important about him. He had been too many psychics in his life when he was searching for the meaning of his life. And that look, he knew it too well. I am relieved to hear that, because she was kissing Rod in the kitchen just now. Sensual pleasures. 58. Damn those two. There will be a week of tears and fights. They both phone me, not each other. I wish they could just leave each other alone. He groaned and Wayne laughed. So what is the problem? Oh, they don't understand each other and never will. They need to focus on the sex, and they will be fine. I told them, but they ignore my advice. Yes, I'm sure. You told them just to have sex? Yes, they wanted each other from the first time they met. So have lots of sex and be cured. Simple, really. They laughed. I think we had better go inside and join them. Trish keeps looking here. Gareth walked in. Yes, thanks for the chat. Rod was glaring at them as they walked in. Oh, very nice of the two of you to join us. Wayne shrugged and smiled at his brother. We were giving you an opportunity to have the women to yourself. Are you complaining? No, of course not. Was he decent to you ladies? To me, yes. To Trisha, I am not sure. Lisa looked away vaguely. Ah, I see. Gareth looked at Trisha. Are they fighting again? But she simply smiled back at him. She looked away, towards the balcony, and then looked at Wayne. She had that confused look again. So what is happening, Trisha? Wayne really wanted to know now. Trisha just looked at him. He realized that she understood his double meaning, and she smiled. Ass, he is making fun of my patience. Wayne stared at her. Damn, she is quick. He had hoped she would just say it before she had time to think. She looked at Rod, who was watching them. Then Wayne realized that she would never tell him when Rod was there. She did not want him to know. Okay, fine, Rod. Stop teasing her pets, okay? As Lisa will tell you, they have souls too. And he laughed with his brother. Senna Fisher, 59. Gareth, Trisha tells me you might be able to help me. I am looking for a good tarot reader. Do you know anybody reliable? Some of my patients profess such expertise. But no, I don't know. I have this friend, Catherine. She is pretty good. but she might not do it. He stopped talking when he saw how Trisha was staring at him. No, no, Gareth. We discussed this. Catherine is not getting involved in this. Oh, come on, Trisha, what's the problem? Lisa sounded desperate now. She is Trisha's secretary. She does it secretly and would die if she thought Trisha even knew. Why, Trisha, do you have a problem with people who have vision, who have the gift? Wayne was challenging her now. No, I don't. But Catherine works for me, and I prefer not to get involved in her personal life. I see. Wayne looked at her. I see. If that is the problem, then you don't have to be there. We can do it in the evening at her place. Please, Trisha, I really need a reading. Something is about to happen that is huge in my life, and I want to know. Why, Lisa? What difference does it make? Things will happen anyway. Rod looked at her and then Trisha. Because it is better to be prepared. Also, there might be steps you can take to prevent harm. I would really like to see her or someone else. Someone else. Rod looked at all of them. Patricia is right. As much as I like Catherine, you have to respect her work. Get someone else if you have to do it. Trisha smiled at him. Thank you, Rod. Gareth, you I'm gonna kill. Oh, come on, Trisha. What's the big deal anyway? Don't you want to know what is going to happen in the future? Wayne looked at her. Not particularly. It is too stressful. Oh, but I really want to know. He stared at her, and she looked away and clasped her hands. Rod was completely confused. Why was Wayne acting so weird towards her? He acted like they had met before. Patricia, have you met Wayne before today? No, of course not. What a silly question, Rod. And he was relieved that she did not clasp her hands when she answered him. She had even looked straight at him. Don't start that discussion, okay? Appealing to him to let it go. Rod knew she was telling the truth, but he also knew that she was not telling him something. He sighed. Fine. Now will you excuse us? I need to speak to Patricia. He held out his hand and led her to his bedroom. Are you okay? You are getting tense, she sighed. I would like to go home now, please. It has been a little stressful. Rod, are you coming home with me? Yes, Patricia. Did you and Gareth use one car? Yes, I was too nervous. I would never have made it here on my own. Yes, you are too tense, and he held her close. Yes, I think we can leave this party now. They went back into the lounge, where Gareth and Wayne were sitting on the floor, and Lisa had stretched herself out on the carpet. Patricia and I need to leave. Is that okay? Sure, Wayne said. The others were silent. They were watching how Rod had his arm on her so possessively, as if he was afraid she would run away. As soon as they left, Gareth spoke enthusiastically. Okay, now, I am going to phone Catherine to come with her cards. Rod will not come back for a while, unless they have a fight. Shit, I don't know. She seemed really tense about it. Is it okay? Yes, she doesn't want to deal with Catherine in that way. I am sure it will be fine. Even if Rod gets back, she won't be with him. Yes, it will probably be good for him. He could do with a reading. Wayne looked at Gareth. Okay, don't look at me like that. Yes, she has the gift, she always has. But it has been a difficult thing for her. Her parents tried to suppress it, and even now, her father will pretend it doesn't exist. Even her lovers have had a problem with it. So yes, Rod does not know. That is what they fight about. He knows, but he doesn't know. Why doesn't she just tell him? Because she is in love with him. She can't bear the thought that she could lose him. She is wrong about that. Rod has many faults, but he accepts everyone for whatever they might be. I can vouch for that. He has lived with all my strange and wonderful friends. He shrugs and accepts it. The only thing he cannot stand is being lied to. If she lies to him, he will never forgive her. Yes, hence my advice that they get over it. She will never tell him the truth, and he will never accept her lie. So sex is the only answer. You know what is so sad about it? Trish is the best I have ever met. She is 100% accurate. Really? Lisa was listening now. Yes, her images are very sharp, and she can give you colors and descriptions. Yes, I can see that in her eyes. She knows something about me. Shit, I wish she could tell me. If it is bad, I know she will warn you, even if it means she loses Rod. She would have called you aside and told you. Are you sure? Yes, part of her gift is helping people make the right choices. If there is any danger, she is selfless in her help. So relax, it's probably good news. I hope so. Gareth's phone was ringing. Trish, calling already? Are you fighting with Rod? She laughed. No, silly. We are still on the road. I just phoned to tell you that if you have any idea of calling Catherine now that I have left, I will be very angry. What, me? I would never do that. You gave us strict instructions, remember? Sensual pleasures. 60. Yes, but tonight is not the time. Trish, what do you mean? Lisa does not need Catherine around today. Trust me, a girl knows these things. It is not good. Come on, Trish, tell me. She laughed. You had better behave. Yes, he is here. We are turning into my driveway now. Also, have the decency not to discuss Catherine's sex life. Please respect that, okay? Shit, you can't talk. Okay, some questions. Fine. Is Catherine in danger? Not in that way, but emotionally, yes. No, I promise we are not fighting, but I realized that you would try to phone her after I left. You saw something? Of course. I am not just a pretty face. Okay, now the other thing. Why not? She likes coins. What is another name for them? Yes, pentacles. Yes, no, not old ones, new ones. The Prince of Pentacles. Yes, of course, right before your eyes. Okay, Wayne? Yes, yes, you fool. Gosh. Okay. Why not tonight? Lisa might not like having a beautiful woman around tonight. She is a little depressed, and having spoken with her, she is not in a good way. Okay, like the hanged man? Senna Fisher. 60. Yes. So will you please leave Catherine alone? Why don't you guys just go to that pub near your office? The crowded house? Yes, that one. I am sure all of you will be entertained. I am sure it will lift Lisa's spirits and yours as well. Me? Yes, of course. Now I have to go. Rod is staring at me in that way, like I'm a crazy woman. Good night. Good night. Wayne watched Gareth on the phone, and when Gareth moved away from them, he knew that Trisha was talking about him. What the hell is going on? Something about coins? Not tonight? A crowded house? He wanted to move closer and listen to the conversation, but he resisted the urge. Gareth turned to them. Okay, as I was saying, Trish is 100% accurate. She said we are not to phone Catherine tonight. She says, though, that we might be entertained if we go to this pub, the crowded house. What do you make of that? Am I in danger, Gareth? No, of course not. I told you, she would have told you herself. No, relax. She couldn't talk because Rod was there. I asked her about you, and she says not to worry. Also, Lisa, she says you need to lift your spirits, and the crowded house is perfect for you. Oh, shit! How did she know I was feeling down? Gareth did not answer that question, because you would too have been blind not to see it. Okay, let's do it her way. Damn, I wish she could tell Rod. I really want to know what is bothering her about me. She gets that confused look, and then she just stares at me, as if it is impossible. I want to say, what is impossible? Ugh, this is so frustrating. You guys go. I don't feel... Yes, so you are coming. Let's go and see what happens. Rod was looking at her, his eyes dark. Now, can I please have some of your attention? You take this business with Catherine too seriously. What harm can come from them reading tarot cards? Nothing. I am being silly. Now you want some of my attention, do you? What do I get in exchange? She looked at him and then looked down demurely. Rod opened the door and smiled. Fine, I will show you, wicked wench. Rod woke up early and just stayed in bed with her. She was fast asleep, and he liked the quietness around her. He loved the way her hands were spread over him and her legs curled around him. He sighed, feeling so happy. She was the best thing that could have ever happened to him. He thought about how she had a way of fighting with him, not trusting him. He knew that she was not ready to trust him, but watching her sleep, it did not matter. He smiled as she moaned at him for moving around. He started laughing, thinking how possessive she could be when she allowed herself relax. She woke up. Rod, who are you talking to? He kissed her head. Nobody, just enjoying watching you. Sleep. It is still dark. I have a better idea. When Rod left later, he was very pleased. It was the first time that they had had a civilized night and morning, with no tension or argument. They sat in bed and drank coffee and teased each other. It was so wonderfully normal, he could not stop smiling. But when he got inside and found Wayne sitting on the balcony, looking so distraught, his heart sank a little. Shit, Wayne, what happened to you? He sat down. Senna Fisher. 6 step. Oh, Rod, I am truly a pig. I am the worst man under the sun. I really have no clue about women. Okay, what happened? We went to this club last night. It was great fun, and Gareth met some woman he swears he is going to spend the rest of his life with. It was very funny, because I suspect he has said that before. So we were talking while the women were in the bathroom. It suddenly dawned on me. I don't even like her, and I would never even suggest that she will spend the rest of her life with me. Shit, the thought made my blood go cold. It was such a mean thought. There was Lisa, smiling and having fun, and I realized that I did not love her, did not like her, and that her sullen, superior attitude towards the world was starting to irritate me. I decided she should go home. I want her to leave. Shit, that is so awful. Why? I could have told you it won't work. She doesn't have your passion, your carelessness. She is too self-absorbed, actually. She does not really know that you or anybody else is around. I'm glad you found out now. Imagine if you tried to be a nice guy and then found out when you had 3 kids, grandma, and 6 cats. Wayne laughed. Yes, that is not a pretty picture. But why now, Rod? In New York, we get on so well. Rod sighed. I suppose I should be honest with you. Okay, you are home now, so I guess you're feeling more yourself. I suppose when you meet yourself at the home front, Lisa does not fit. She is not a bad person, she just needs something different. Yes, that is what Gareth said. But I keep doing this. I meet these women, lead them on, and then wake up to find that I would rather die than be with them. What is wrong with me? Nothing, Wayne. You just a romantic. Does she know? That's the weird thing. As soon as I realized this, she seemed to be liberated. She seemed to have more fun and was more relaxed. I never told her, but we understood each other. She looked liberated. Does that make sense? So she is fine? Yes, I think so. We came back late last night, and we just went to bed. We did not talk about it. I could hardly tell her that I don't love her after I brought her here. Sensual pleasures. 60. Okay, just see what happens. If she does not like it here, she can go home. When you go back, you can see how you feel. Yes, that is Trisha said. Trisha? What has she got to do with this? Relax. When we talked, she told me that I could just stay when Lisa goes back. I see. Wayne, I am going to ask you something, and I need you to be honest with me, okay? Fine, what have I done? Are you sexually attracted to her? Wayne laughed. Oh, Rod, of course not. The moment she walked in, I knew she was yours. Really? I suppose I watched your face, the way it lit up when she arrived, so I'm curious. She is very different, and I suppose I want to know about her, the woman who makes my brother smile and growl. Oh, Rod, that idea is really bizarre. Fine, okay. It's just you seem to take a keen interest in her. Yes, wouldn't you if you suddenly found me going crazy over a woman? Yes, of course. Sorry, I had to ask. She seemed a little guarded around you, too. I just wondered. She seemed guarded towards everyone, if you must know. She is hardly the open share my heart with all, is she? Rod laughed. Yes, and as much as it drives me crazy, I like it that way. Did you have a good time last night? Oh, yes. For once, we didn't fight. I thought we would, because she was a little tense. But once we were at her house, she was just relaxed. It was fun. Fun? I am not giving you details. Safe to say it was a wonderful night. Good. Rod, thanks once again. You always seem to deal with my problems. On that subject, what is going on with Joss? Senna Fisher. 66. I do not know. She was a bit strange. She said she is angry with me for going off and sleeping with other women. I do not know. Since she knew you were coming, she was acting a little odd. But then she accuses me of leading her on while I am sleeping with Patricia. Shit. Damn. I never realized it before. That's it, what? She has always been in love with you. Even when we went out, she would want to come home, and she often asked me about your girlfriends. Oh, don't be silly. When you left, she was completely devastated. She practically moved in here, lamenting her broken heart. I see. No, it is not possible. Yes, when she saw you with Trisha, her eyes flashed, and that's why I came over. Watch her, Rod. She has been in love with you for years. Shit, that bitch used me to get to you. Damn. I spent many months feeling guilty about leaving. I don't know. She has never made a pass at me. She just talked a lot about you and her life. I do not know. She was just acting crazy. We shall see. Rod went to work and phoned Trisha. Good morning. How are the depressed creatures doing? Hi, Rod, you are awful. They are doing well. They are doing well. And you, how is work? Fine, I suppose. I just phoned to say hello. Hello, that is very sweet of you. Also, tonight, what shall we do? I have some ideas. And he laughed. Okay, but can we make it a little late? I need to see Wayne. Things are not going well with Lisa. Ah, the sultry Lisa. She is not much fun, is she? Yes, I know. My dear brother has finally discovered this. Sensual pleasures. 68. Oh, but she doesn't want to be here either. Why doesn't she just go home? You are a cold woman. No, I'm serious. She is not happy here. I will tell her you said this. No, no. That will freak her out more. She will decide herself soon enough, I am sure. How is Wayne feeling about that? He would be relieved. But he feels a little guilty because he brought her all the way here. Yes, but it will be fine. It could be worse, I suppose. How so? They could find out later in their lives. That's what I said to him. Anyway, he likes you. I doubt that. He is deeply suspicious of me. Rod laughed. He can be a little protective, I suppose. Now, I will see you later, around 9. She sighed. Oh, okay. I have to go. More depressive pets waiting. She smiled when she put down the phone. She liked it when he phoned her, just to chat. It was always more relaxed than when he stared at her, especially when she was having a vision. She wondered if she should just tell him. After all, what good would it do if he found out on his own? What good would it do if she got used to having him around when he would eventually run away from her?